To some, an airport used to be simply a place they flew to, or through, an arbitrary spot on the map, a stopping point on the way to somewhere else, or a necessary detour as a result of the physical limitations of their aircraft. An airport wasn't really about the journey or the experience. It was a necessary evil, an annoying or delaying interruption, or a place to waste precious time.
Descending 10,000 feet.
Tower 647, turn right heading 270, vectors ILS approach runway 34 left.
Heading 270 left for 34 left, sorry, 647.
Sorry, 240, Del Harlow, vectors ILS approach runway 34 left, information November's current descent, flight level 190, no speed.
Qatar 1 Quebec Romeo, surface 1300 degrees, 15 knots, clear to land, runway 34 left.
Hamad, good evening, Qatari 240, in behind over. Establishing ILS 34 left, Tottenham 189. Operation 298.
240, good evening, continue approach runway 34 left, 1310 degrees, 10 knots, following 320, number 2. 240, clear to land, runway 34 left, 1310 degrees, 10 knots.
40, 30, retard.
Qatar 240, right, Kilo Golf, Whiskey 1, parking Alpha 5, good night.
But this is an airport you will remember because it is different, very different, because it was designed with you and the rest of the world in mind. It is not just about landings or takeoffs. It is about experiencing, embracing, and combining engineering and technology. Every single component part of this massive moving machine redefines the science, as well as the art of travel. In a world of conflict and changing priorities, our need to explore and discover, to journey quickly and safely around the globe, and back again. And it all starts right here, right now. Hamad International Airport stands as the crowning achievement of a dream. The execution of the grand vision of the leader of Qatar back in 2003. And more than 17 years ago, Qatar Airways Group Chief Executive Officer Akbar Al-Bakr was charged with executing that dream and implementing the vision. And the result? Not just an airport, but a welcome and welcoming destination. A modern marvel that has combined refined architectural form with innovative high-tech and high-touch. And Hamad International is now soaring as one of the top-rated airports in the world.
We needed an airport that met all the expectations of our passengers because we had created a culture in the airline where the customer was first. And what is different at Hamad International Airport is that we had the opportunity to do everything as an airline.
please. May I have your documents?
Sure.
This is the only airport in the world that the airline had 100% input in everything we did. Every spacing that we required, all materials that we wanted to be head and shoulder above everybody. And now this is the product which we delivered. We did the whole thing from scratch.
And from scratch is exactly how this airport was conceived. To be built on land that didn't even exist, rising from the calm, azure waters of the Arabian Gulf. And the reason for this large reclamation project? A one-of-a-kind, massive, global and fully integrated airport facility. But not just any airport. This is Hamad International.
The terminal is around 600,000 square meter. The plot of the airport, when it was built, it was 1/3 the size of Doha. Over here, we don't have a city airport. It's the airport city.
But the design and building of this airport went well beyond the traditional approach of concrete and steel. It needed and demanded a human element.
To achieve what I need to achieve, I have to wear the passenger's hat to see what the passenger wants. You will see a terminal building that you don't expect to see in many countries in the world. Most of the countries shut their doors at 11 o'clock at night until 6 o'clock in the morning. Everything at this airport is 24/7. Nothing closes 365 days a year.
Indeed, Hamad International is an all-access voyage of discovery. The journey begins on the approach to the airport. You ride on a dedicated highway. There is lush landscaping. You go past impressive water features and reservoirs. Cars are protected from the sun and the sand. Arriving to HIA's welcoming and eye-opening gleaming glass and steel facade. There is no exposure to the elements. But the wonder truly begins the moment one enters the terminal. What travellers do not see at Hamad International is also impressive. The thousands of workers often behind the scenes, employees, flight crews, and managers. They are a constant, a never-ending army of specialists, delivering the Hamad International Airport experience. From the start, strict attention was paid to detail. And at the same time, that detail pays homage to Qatar's rich cultural history and melds the structure with the natural environment. The dramatic, gently curving building recalls the waves of the Arabian Gulf and the undulating sand dunes. To present a striking image as Qatar's gateway to the world, peacefully transporting passengers from landside to airside and arriving passengers into a seamless immersion into the country. The design was intentional to provide a clear vision. Steel-framed glass walls provide unobstructed views from curbside arrival all the way through the check-in and ticketing area as you enter HIA. The wooden ceiling in the longest concourse projects something other airports lack: a visual warmth that contrasts perfectly with the sleek glass and metal framings of the terminal. Skylights and interconnected glass ceilings provide radiant natural light. And dramatic desert views to those who look skyward. And only the highest quality construction materials were painstakingly sourced from suppliers in more than 40 countries worldwide.
We made sure that everything that needed to be corrected or modified or changed was done at source. We also made sure that the quality of material should be consistent. So they are from the same slab of marble, same slab of travertine, same slabs of granite. It is all consistent, without impurities.
Contributing to the almost spa-like atmosphere of the airport are the many water features that can be found almost anywhere at HIA. Both interior and exterior. Lounges have uniquely designed fountains and waterfalls that produce faint but relaxing sounds of soothing water flows. Not only is the roof designed like a gently rolling wave, the iconic mosque at the airport is shaped to resemble a large water droplet. Every aspect of HIA almost makes it the anti-airport. Instead of hustle and bustle, fret and fluster, Hamad International becomes a serene experience, an unexpected retreat. From the moment your visit begins, often unseen or unnoticed cleaning crews work around the clock to keep Hamad International spotless. Inviting, tranquil, and perhaps most important, functional. Words rarely associated with an extremely busy international airport.
You know, you are a 24-hour airport. being used by thousands of passengers every day. You must have a process that is continuously making sure that the facilities are neat, tidy, clean, because that is the impression of the airport you want to create. You don't see it because they are doing a lot of things back of the house and are then coming to do their job in the passenger areas when the terminal is quiet.
We're very particular about the cleaning. We have thousands of people just for the cleaning. Cleaning takes all kinds of attention to detail. At the end is how do you make the appearance of the airport look perfectly clean and spotless on 24-hour basis.
Every day, it takes more than 1,000 cleaners, both on ground and high access, to clean this airport. There are a lot of men and women who really take their hard work into it just to give you that experience here in Hamad.
Remember, this airport is a world-class architectural structure, and it takes a lot to maintain the standards and to keep it the way it was when it was constructed. We have a team of over 1,000 helping us to obtain that, and we strive to make it the best. I mean, you have to be passionate about this airport. Anybody coming through this airport is amazed and has that wow factor when they're walking through it.
It is at once both mesmerizing and mind-boggling. That is the amount of glass at HIA. This airport has more glass than any other airport or structure of its kind. There are walls of architecturally designed glass everywhere. Including one particular architectural gem, the airport's mosque, whose more than 1,600 triangular black-tinted panes require a specialized cleaning crew twice each week. The House of Prayer is a source of great national pride, and it greets each and every passenger arriving to HIA. Hamad International also houses a world-class art collection. At Hamad, it is not about any particular collection of art, but curating meaningful pieces, both by local Qatari masters and world-renowned international painters and sculptors.
The airport is full of artwork, museum pieces, because we have a close relationship with the Museum of Islamic Art. In addition to this, we also have a lot of sculptures with famous artists. So we want it really not only to be a destination for transfer, but also a place for art lovers to come and look at these world-famous sculptures and art at our airport.
Our goal is to allow people to interact with these sculptures, to question things, to be inspired sometimes.
It was about finding, encouraging, and then commissioning original pieces.
Currently, my personal favorite is the Azawi Flying Man. The Flying Man was created by the Azawi. He represents the first attempt of an Arab to try and fly in 800 AD. When I walk through the airport, there is a sense of reminiscing and childhood with a lot of the works that you see, but there's also wonder. So when you look at the cosmos, it's an element of wonder that is being emoted through these works. But it's also very beautiful and modern.
Some of the artwork is unlike anything you have ever seen at any airport. And it was designed at the very least to surprise and delight.
One of the first works that were acquired to be placed in the airport, and it was created by the artist Urs Fischer at a time where the airport had not opened yet, and this was placed there as a landmark for the airport and as a cultural hub. And it's for people to come and interact and take photos. And we're very happy to see how people are interacting with it.
And interact, they do. The Lamp Bear by Urs Fischer, serving as more than art to be admired. By design, it functions as the hub and heartbeat of HIA. From its central location, you can go just about anywhere in the airport.
It gives the sense of place to this airport. We can always say Doha, Hamad International Airport, is also the teddy bear airport. We had some data a while ago, and at the time it was more than 350 million views just for the teddy bear.
From Lamp Bear, travellers can easily make their way through the passenger terminal complex to one of the 12 lounges located throughout HIA. There are smaller, cosy lounges to the Oryx Lounge, located adjacent to the airport hotel, to the Al Marjan Business Class Lounge, they are quiet oases where you can relax and unwind without interference or interruption. And then there is the Al Safwa First Class Lounge. Designed for space and sense, relaxation and rejuvenation. And a thoughtful approach to gastronomy. It was built with the finest materials, offering first-class services and delivering first-class comfort. It is intentionally over the top.
We always wanted something that would be extremely unique I don't think there is any airport in the world that will be able to provide this kind of luxury that we are providing at Hamad International. This lounge is providing facilities for everybody and for everything. We have a spa. We even have a tailor that can alter your clothes. You come here and you buy a suit, or you buy a dress, or you buy a shirt. We have a seamstress that will immediately do the alteration for you whilst you wait. We have a brasserie. We have an a la carte restaurant. Everything is cooked order.
And that is not just in the first-class lounge. That is at every brasserie, coffee shop, fine dining restaurant, the Harrods Tea Room, even the food court. Anything you want, anytime you want it, for everyone at Hamad International.
Passenger today expects everything that they have in their mind. They need kids playing areas. They need sleeping rooms. They need an airport that is hassle-free, so the movement is seamless. So we provided every single amenity. You will never find people sleeping in corridors at Hamad International because we have provided ample rooms to go and sleep comfortably in a facility of the highest standard.
Towards that end, Hamad International offers more than just the expected regular airport hotel.
It's beautiful.
But unlike other airport hotels, this one is not an afterthought.
Just like Emirates.
It's got a state-of-the-art gym and fitness center, a golf simulator, a squash court, a hydrotherapy tub, and a swimming pool. Duty-free is a world unto itself. And this award-winning emporium, it is all about choice, excellence, and value. Hamad quickly becomes a world-class, one-stop shopping experience. And what makes this area of gastronomy and retail incredible? Qatar Duty Free has over 40,000 square meters of food, beverage, and retail.
The food offering is huge. We're providing almost 40 options for our passengers, and it varies in options and affordability. We have high-end cuisine all the way to fast food. We have Italian, Japanese, Arabic, so we're trying to cover all cuisines.
The fact that HIA has duty-free or dining options is not exactly surprising. But what is surprising is 70 high-end retail stores with global brands you know.
Here is Mont Blanc. We are then approaching the Gucci store, Burberry's. We have Tiffany. Also coming to the Harrods store. Tag Heuer is there.
This is not just a gold store, but 20,000 different gold rings. 25,000 gold chains. 2,000 gold bars and coins. At the duty-free cosmetics store, the airport sells one bottle of perfume every 10 seconds. That is 1 million bottles of perfume a year. But the biggest surprise may be how HIA keeps their duty-free prices lower than other airports. The secret? They actually own the stores. They control the prices, they control the inventories. And it all comes from this oversized 50,000 square meter warehouse. The Qatar duty-free warehouse is a state-of-the-art facility that never seems to close. It is where thousands of products are first received every day, then quickly and securely stored, but not for long. And then just as quickly, they are picked, packed and transferred to restock all the duty-free outlets, ranging from the airport retail stores to the private first-class lounge.
We want to make sure that people are provided with goods which they never expected in an airport.
There are a few products that don't require special packing, but they do need special care. The monthly raffle prizes. Those are literally driven to HIA. But what is not as simple is getting them into the airport and put on display. On average, Hamad International gives away over $6 million worth of raffle prizes every year. A short drive from the terminal is HIA's state-of-the-art catering facility, called QACC. It's the largest in the world. The building spans 69,000 square meters. And it never closes.
At Hamad International, we have the world's largest single catering unit and the world's most sophisticated catering unit.
The facility is capable of producing 150,000 meals a day. Nearly 2,000 people work here, including 350 chefs.
This is the hot kitchen where all the hot meals are prepared. This is an omelette making stand. We produce around 6,000 omelets a day. These two rooms are specialty kitchens. This one produces Chinese and Japanese meals. And over there, this is for Indian meals. We do not allow cross-contamination between meat and vegetables, so they are separately produced in different rooms. Over here, this is the cold kitchen, where all the salads and cold meals are prepared. You can see that there is one dish made exactly how the airline would accept on the aeroplane. Here, there are some portions of sushi. This is salmon that is wrapped with asparagus, and there is dill for the decoration, because we also make sure in Qatar Airways that when we serve you the food, it is well decorated, so it is very appetizing.
Once all the food is prepared, it is put in special containers and then transferred immediately into chiller rooms, where the temperature is brought down to 5 degrees in just 5 seconds.
This is one of the several chilled rooms where all the final preparations with the food in the trolleys are kept in preparation for being loaded onto the stand when it is ready to load on the high loader for the aircraft. We do 150,000 meals a day, but there are times when we go up to 200,000 meals a day. Plus, we also have a bulk kitchen that supplies our staff catering facilities in the main terminal.
Menu items are prepared and tested by well-trained chefs in product development. And if it does not pass the head chef's test, it won't be served.
Chef, we have the starters for the first class, appetizer that will be flying for Cycle 4 in October.
Okay.
Here we have the poached lobster with white rice and cauliflower. Here we have the compressed melon with fennel and the fennel dressing together with ricotta. And a couple of main courses, seafood today. We have the cod with saffron and some vegetables together with the shrimp. And here we have the halibut with peppercorn, some vegetable and the mashed potatoes with pumpkin.
And this will stand up in the flight?
It will, we actually kept it. It's very refreshing.
HIA's catering facility also goes to great lengths to ensure passengers with certain dietetic restrictions are offered special meals.
Today you've seen us preparing a diabetic meal. So we will prepare a wide range of special meals for medical conditions, diabetic, low fat, low sugar, low sodium. And we also do special meals for Hindu passengers. We have a whole range of special meals, 17 in total, that we fly throughout all our network. And we are the only one here in Qatar able to actually provide this service for Qatar Airways.
The volume, specialization, gourmet quality, and productivity of HIA's catering facility is mind-boggling. Like every other operation at Hamad International, it is around the clock. Something is always being cooked, heated, chilled, frozen, and delivered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. HIA has one of the largest and most sophisticated cargo terminal facilities in the world. And its almost perfect geographic positioning as a global hub means time-critical shipments of all nature make the stop and transfer quickly and efficiently to reach their final destination. Qatar Airways Cargo has specialised QR Fresh and QR Pharma for temperature-sensitive perishables and pharmaceuticals, QR Live for precious cargo from pets, exotic birds, these 1,100 animals were flown in from Beirut. That is 40 tons of sheep that move slowly and carefully to their destination. And yes, even the live birds have a layover lounge, including a cat going from Johannesburg to Dallas.
Together with your brothers and sisters there.
And every animal processed by hand.
Let's go!
As well as the perishables and the produce, in a temperature control room, including vaccines and vitamins.
Okay, hi, my name is Gabriel Vogel and captain on this flight 8420 to Hong Kong.
I'm First Officer Ivan Jakmanek, and we are flying a 747-8 cargo aircraft to Hong Kong. And we have 2 aircraft engines on board for a 747. Payload maximum on board of this aircraft is 140 tons that we can carry total. And maximum takeoff weight is 446 tons. So we carry anything from big engines to horses, sports cars, food, and various other cargo.
Which leads to HIA's most precious commodity, the passenger. It is all about providing the ultimate experience. Whether Qatar is your point of departure, your ultimate destination, or your transfer through airport, it is the process that is key, making sure people make the transition quickly, efficiently, and hassle-free. For many, travelling to or through an airport is not a pleasant experience. It is stressful. It takes time. Some travellers think that the best airport is the one you do not remember. But Hamad International has changed all that. It is an experience you not only remember, you may actually want to repeat it every time you travel. Let us start at check-in. No one wants to stand in a long line. At most airports, check-in lines can be long, or even longer. One reason: identity management. You need to go through security once, twice, sometimes 3 times, to prove you are who you say you are. At Hamad International, it is all about being a smart airport. And that means a digital biometric strategy that combines your flight, passport, facial recognition information into a single electronic record. So what does that mean to you? It means you put your passport and boarding pass away. Just show your face at checkpoints and head through the airport to the gates. And you get to do it much faster at Hamad International. Check-in times have been cut in half. And if biometrics and automated check-in is not your first choice, HIA has 140 traditional check-in counters. 10 rows with 14 counters each, plus additional self-check-in counters. That is even true at economy check-in, with 108 counters for Qatar Airways and all the other airlines flying to or through HIA. There are 16 business class counters for Qatar Airways alone. And for perhaps the ultimate in check-in comfort and convenience, Qatar Airways First Class has 14 semi-private, secluded seated areas. All levels of service are designed to deliver a seamless, hassle-free experience. Not only for humans, but also their faithful best friends. Even if that friend is a falcon. And this bird gets its own seat on the plane. And for those not carrying their precious cargo on their arm, they have to trust a baggage handling system. But HIA is ahead of the curve. The baggage handling system starts as soon as your bag is checked and hits the conveyor belt, disappearing into the belly of HIA.
We can monitor the entire baggage handling system from here. We have almost 14 kilometers of conveyor lines, 2 sorters.
There's a technologies, and we're very far ahead in implementing it, where we know exactly where the baggage is.
And less than 1 bag per 1,000 is mishandled en route to its destination.
There's very little opportunity for bags to get lost.
To ensure maximum security, a computer tomography X-ray level 3 screening system is used, as well as detection-enabled devices for explosives, weapons and contraband.
We have a full baggage reconciliation system. No bag goes onto the airplane unless the passenger who's with that bag is also in that same flight.
What makes this even more remarkable is the volume of baggage handled at HIA. A fully automated sorting system processes more than 19,000 bags per hour. And a radio frequency identification system can pinpoint the exact location of each piece during every point of the processing.
We have scanning process. There's a tag on the bag which we get from the check-in. The scanners will read the tag. Then we screen the bag. And then we have a system called the sorters. As soon as it reads the tag, it knows exactly the destination and it will just tilt the bag on the destination it has to go to.
Where that bag takes its real-time joyride through 5 levels of high-tech labyrinth chutes, where it is sorted to the correct carousels below before being transferred onto small trains of luggage to its first real destination. The hold of the plane, where it is safely stowed away for the flight to be later reunited with the passenger on the other end. Often the passenger experience of getting through security and immigration is the most feared part of travelling. With mounting apprehension and expectations of endless queues, and an overall nightmarish experience. But at HIA, both the classic passage
Good evening, sir. Welcome to Qatar.
and the biometric smart airport approach have made long lines and deep frustrations a thing of the past.
You go through security. It's a process that people don't really like, but people need to be security checked. The thing is, how much time do you have to wait? 95% of our passengers have to wait less than 5 minutes to go through the process. In fact, if you look at the real number, most passengers wait 1 or 2 minutes, which in fact is not really waiting, you're just moving along the queue.
Further streamlining the immigration process was the advent of e-gates at HIA. These gates are another integral part of implementing a comprehensive biometric strategy that continues to enhance and approach a seamless transit process. More than 2.5 million travellers pass through HIA's e-gates annually, And Hamad International continues to add more e-gates for those arriving and departing Qatar by way of the airport. As a major global hub, connectivity is key at Hamad International. It receives more than 35 million passengers a year, most of whom are transferring here. That can be almost 9,000 passengers an hour. And it all happens in one terminal, under one roof, in a space the size of 75 soccer fields. And for those passengers leaving the airport, there is the new metro station, part of a $36 billion project. And those trains leave for downtown Doha every 5 minutes.
Copy that. Copy that, Bravo 82. Control, we are now approaching gate C8.
In an airport of such proportion, with so many connections and passengers arriving, transferring or departing HIA, a comprehensive medical services component is of the utmost necessity. As part of the master plan, HIA has 2 fully equipped and well-staffed medical centres operating 24 hours a day, designed to swiftly and safely respond to incidents whenever and wherever required. Perhaps more important, medical services was purposefully imagined and integrated into the airport from day one.
We're here to help you. From the very beginning, when they started the construction of the airport, the development team met us and we start a joint coordination to build up a state-of-the-art airport. The challenge with Hamad International Airport is the size of the airport. It's a massive complex and we have to be very prepared.
The medical staff is all over the airport and their response time needs to be rapid, and it is. Before your airplane comes to pick you up, it has to stop here first, Qatar's sophisticated maintenance facility, where the airline services its 250 plane fleet. The facility was built with the world's widest free-span opening, capable of accommodating and servicing up to 13 of the most advanced aircraft in different configurations, including the ability to service 5 wide-body planes simultaneously. What is unique about this hangar? The structure was designed to be self-sufficient and self-contained. Located within the HIA midfield complex, to minimize downtime for all aircraft. From routine maintenance checkups to full overhauls that could include stripping an aircraft down to its shell and then reassembling it completely. From its interior seating and cabin appointments to the most sophisticated components, systems, and even complete jet engines. And all of it that can and will be done right here, as every required part for Qatar Airways fleet is stocked within this facility. Shifts of engineers, craftsmen and mechanics work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week and 365 days a year to ensure that each aircraft in the over 250-strong fleet is maintained to the highest standards.
I'm working in base, light maintenance. We're doing light checks for the aircraft every day.
Light inspections, called A-checks, occur regularly. Almost routine maintenance, like an oil change for your car. But on an aircraft, no maintenance is routine. Correct tyre pressure, proper fluid levels and perfect visibility must be maintained at 100% accuracy to ensure that any Qatar Airways plane is safe. There are special workshop departments that deal specifically with cabin interior equipment. Then there are the larger workshop departments that do the more complicated work. Then there is the check of the safety equipment, the slides and the rafts.
In the emergency equipment coming with all brand new aircraft, as with any other component, it has a definite life. In the case of emergency raft, it is every 3 years we have to do the complete testing and overhauling. We do actual firing. We check the actual function. John 8272, about an approach.
The Airport Operations Control Centre is the essential central heartbeat of the network. For all inbound and outbound flights to Hamad International, it is fully integrated and responsible for all resource allocation and monitoring flight data for anything 10 miles out from the airport. Once on the ground, AOCC must coordinate all taxiways, all apron movements and connections, and then disembarkment at jetway gates and stands.
One element we're doing here is the so-called airport collaborative decision making, but we're probably the most integrated element, simply because we have lots of stakeholders aware of the same information at the same time. Well, we're talking at least 650 movements a day, so that's at least 320 departures per day, a minimum of 70,000 bags every day. On a regular day, during summer period, of 110 to 115,000 passengers. 85% of them are Qatar Airways, more than 75% of them are connecting through this airport.
It is a fully integrated system. One control centre talks to another, and then another. It is a constant cross-checking and updating of information. The AOCC is also responsible for all the runway and apron maintenance,
RCT West Safety 1.
as well as safety at HIA,
1 arrival and no departures in the next 10 minutes.
which means ensuring the runway is free of any debris or excessive build-up of rubber from takeoffs and landings. Also, birds and other animals can create a great danger on the runways and aprons. So HIA has employed a special team specifically to deal with this. First, they use unique noise-creating machines designed to chase the birds or animals from the runway and apron surface, and then safely off the airport grounds and airspace. And when there is a glitch, it is not how you deliver the service, it is how fast and how well you recover. At the end of each day, as well as the beginning of one, Hamad International is its own city, a system, a network, and multiple organizations all working together. And one of those operations working together with AOCC is Qatar Aviation Services, an award-winning premier ground handling organization comprising of over 8,000 employees, dedicated to fulfilling the ever-increasing demand of passenger and cargo requirements of the airport, the airlines, and the customers it serves.
It's with big ears. Yeah, give me five.
While the Airport Operations Control Centre is the heart of Hamad International, Qatar Airways Operations and Integrated Operations Centre serve as the brain of HIA, controlling every flight to and through the airport. It is a global hub strategically situated geographically for long-haul flight destinations worldwide. And 80% of the world's population can be reached from here by direct flight.
We are so lucky. We're right in the middle of Europe, China, India, and the Far East. In future, China and India will be the economic powerhouse of the world. So we need to make sure that we position ourselves to give them seamless travel experience.
And that is where the Integrated Operations Centre comes in.
And we are a 24/7 centre for running the airline here at Qatar Airways. As you can see, it's the middle of the night here. Everybody here is still working.
And all the information on the performance of the fleet flows right through here.
So with this plan, we can operate all flights on schedule tonight.
Good. And we have a representative from every department within the company. Everything across the network, including our home hub here in Doha, to airports all around the world. So we have on average of 500 flights per day in a 24-hour period, 200 aircraft flying probably at any one time. We have our maintenance team represented in here, security, catering, crew control, flight watch, flight dispatch. Everybody's in here all working together.
HIA's synergistic dynamic operations live, breathe, and grow every day. With a massive expansion designed to accommodate an ever-increasing number of passengers, and Qatar's burgeoning tourism sector, including hosting FIFA World Cup in 2022, Hamad International is now challenged to meet these demands, as well as to exceed all expectations, promising an exponential increase in Qatar's capacity to handle movements of people, goods, capital, and technology. It is a roadmap for a national transition from a reliance on petrochemical revenues to a diverse, knowledge-based economy.
I can't wait to see the expansion of Hamad International. I keep my fingers crossed, have to be delivered before the FIFA 2022. This will really raise the bar.
The expansion of Hamad International Airport is in response to rapid traffic growth that exceeds previous forecasts. The scope allows HIA to reach 53 million passengers annually from its current 38 million, all while maintaining the current level of service. The expansion also plans for maximum development of the airport to accommodate 80 million passengers annually. Hamad International Airport stands as a landmark achievement, a testament to the spirit of Qatar Airways, and it serves as a source of great pride for the entire country.
I want people to use Hamad International and of course to use Qatar Airways to get an experience that they would never get in any other airport in the world. Hospitality, tidiness, facilities, and most importantly, the warmth of the Qatari people. I am very proud, not for myself, I'm very proud that I have achieved what my country needs from me.
It is the next great chapter of aviation. It is living, breathing, and interactive. It is a large city within a city of engineers, air traffic controllers, cooks, cleaners, with aircraft, machinery, stores, art, remarkable lounges, and recreation, embracing advanced and seamless technologies. And of course, the millions of passengers coming to and through Qatar.